Here now is the die-hard starting lineup. On the pole is Ernie Irvan in the Kodak Film Chevrolet. Outside row number 1 is Davey Allison. The second row consists of Sterling Marlin from Columbia, Tennessee, and Ricky Rudd from Chesapeake, Virginia. Third row is Bill Elliott, and alongside will be Morgan Shepherd. Going to the fourth row, it's Terry Labonte, and outside, Brett Bodine. The fifth row, Kyle Petty on the inside and Dale Earnhardt on the outside. And the rest of the starting lineup now, as we are just about set to go green for 188 laps of racing in the Winston 500. It's a beautiful day now. It was very threatening early this morning. As a matter of fact, the Weather Bureau is still calling for about a 50% chance of rain. But right now, we are in very good shape weather-wise and anticipating some excellent, exciting racing here at Talladeag.
And you can see there are some drivers far back in the field that's going to give us some of that excitement, Bob.
How about that Darrell Waltrip, the pole winner last week at Martinsville, back in 33rd spot?
And look at the huge crowd on hand here at Talladega as we get set for racing. The pace car has pulled off. The field comes down, anticipating a green flag. Ernie Irvan is on the pole with Davey Allison alongside, then Sterling Marlin and Ricky Rudd. We're looking for green for the Winston 500. Here it is. We're racing.
Didn't take Michael Waltrip long to fall out. Just as soon as he crossed the start-finish line, he fell to the inside.
But going to the front is outside. Front row sitter Davey Allison leading Ernie Irvan as they come down the front stretch. And there is Michael Waltrip.
He got caught on the inside. Just doesn't have a drafting partner. Can't go to the front. There's Sterling Marlin. He's got Bill Elliott teammates bumper to bumper trying to get by Rudd on the outside.
That outside groove, though, here at Talladega is normally the best. You can keep the RPMs of the engine up a little higher, get a better run off the turns.
Davey Allison will lead lap number 1. Right behind him is Ernie Irvan. Then the battle for third between Sterling Marlin and Ricky Rudd as we have the perspective of Morgan Shepherd as that's Rudd and Marlin right in front of him.
These cars are 3 abreast. There's Earnhardt right behind the 11 and 21 is Earnhardt in the middle of cars 3 abreast.
Yeah, it looks like, 4 abreast down the backstretch.
Here comes Kyle Petty.
Mark Martin is there on the inside. He has picked up several spots here in the early going. He started 21st, but is moving up quickly. And Earnhardt comes up to challenge also.
Wow, look at those cars, 3 abreast. Is that Stanley Smith in the middle of that mess?
Wow, you talk about crowded on the freeway. But Dick Beatty told them in the driver's meeting, gentlemen, there's got to be a lot of give and take.
Now that was Ted Musgrave in the middle of that. The car that I was speaking of was Ted Musgrave.
Still 3 abreast racing for position. There is Earnhardt going past Ricky Rudd and setting his sights on Sterling Marlin. Earnhardt has got 4th place.
Well, I'll tell you, it's a miracle that we've gotten through those laps of the way they've been jockeying around and running 3 and 4 abreast.
Look out, Bill Elliott goes by along Brett Bodine, tries to follow him, and goes right by Earnhardt.
And Terry Labonte in the Ford, the Sunoco Ford number 94, also involved in this tremendous battle for position.
Morgan Shepherd up high, and the Wood brothers sit go forward. He's making a move towards the front on the high side.
And Harry Gant is in big trouble. The defending champion of this race has dropped back to near the tail of the field.
Well, remember last year he was absolutely at the tail of the field until they made their last pit stop, or at least his last pit stop.
And another driver who is well off the mark, in fact, behind Harry Gant, is Darrell Waltrip.
Look at those cars come off this morning. Now, folks, I'm telling you, they're running 190 miles an hour. There's Dale Jarrett on the inside. The interstate car.
Let's see if that was going to be a smart move. He went to the inside. He'd moved up to 6th from his 15th starting position, but it's going to be tough for him to pass down there. In fact, I think that was a mistake that he pulled down there. He passed Earnhardt on the outside.
Let's go to John Kernan, who can tell us about Harry Gant.
Bob, I just talked to Andy Petrie, the crew chief. He says, I don't know. He says Harry hasn't said anything, but we do know that that is a brand new race car. They've been having some problems, as well as Darrell Waltrip, who is also in a car that they wrecked earlier this year. They had to change some of those things. Jeff Hammond said that had been one of the most frustrating moments that he has ever experienced in his racing career. But on Friday, Harry's team tried one of Ernie Irvin's engine. It picked up some speed for them, but they decided to take that engine out. And right now, Andy Petrie is kind of shrugging his shoulders, doesn't know what's going on. Let's go down pit road to Jerry Punch.
John, I spoke with Harry again just before the green flag began. He said, Doc, we're going nowhere. This is what happens when you build a brand new race car and you're so busy you don't have time to test and you don't have time to go to the wind tunnel. It's a big battle up front for the lead. They are challenging up front. Harry again still dropping back, and Darrell Waltrip also struggling, having his trouble. Allison leads, but Ernie Irvin is in the hunt.
7 cars are in the lead draft, led by Davey Allison. Irvin is second, followed by Sterling Marlin, then Ricky Rudd, Morgan Shepherd, Wally Dallenbach, and Dale Earnhardt.
Got to give a call to Wally Dallenbach, the rookie this year on the NASCAR circuit, came from road racing. So far today, looks like he's having by far the best run he's had all year.
He's the 5th car in line there as the freight train forms down the 4,000-foot backstretch.
Because we talked about how drafting can work for you or against you. We mentioned Dale Jarrett there a moment ago. He was up to 6th place. He tried to pass Morgan Shepherd on the inside. Now he's about 25th.
And that goes to prove, as Jerry Punch told us, you've got to have a drafting partner. Don't get out of line without first making pre-arrangements or at least believing that somebody is going to go with you.
And evidently Ernie Irvin thinks somebody was going to go with him. Maybe he doesn't need them, but I think he will. We'll see if that's a mistake.
He pulled out of 2nd position to go low on Davey Allison. Will those on the high side of the racetrack go around him, or will Ernie be able to maintain his position? It looks as if he's going to lose the spots as to the back he goes. Davey Allison is first, and now Sterling Marlin is running in 2nd position as we're in the early laps of the Winston 500 from Talladeega. Stay with us.